Hi, welcome. I'm Nancy Griffin, and this is definitely the cooking part because I've measured out ingredients galore here. I'm taking a recipe from cooking coconut with coconut flour, and for all of you that I think the Bruce Fife, F-I-F-E N-D, I think that's a nutritional doctorate he has. Or yes, Bruce is not a girl. We're going to try this recipe for the first time, and we'll find out how it turns out. But we're going to make coconut cake with coconut milk. Now I have coconut almond milk, so it's a little bit different. So I measured out the flour, the sugar, the salt, the baking powder. It says to put the baking powder in with the flour, so I'll stir that up. And it says to put all the liquid ingredients, and there's 12 organic eggs here, so we're going to pour those in. Did all this off camera, so you wouldn't have to stand there and watch me chop eggs, crack eggs. Okay, and the 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of milk, sorry about that. 12 eggs, 1/2 cup of milk. That's the liquid ingredients. And a teaspoon full of vanilla. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different with this cake. Because it's going to be a coconut cake, I'm going to put a little bit of almond flavoring in here with the vanilla. So I'll put a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon, this is not quite a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of almond. And here's my almond. I sometimes put my almond flavoring in with my cheese pies, and it gives it a really nice flavor. Well, okay, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, there we go. 1/2 teaspoon of the almond with a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now what it says to do, it says to mix the liquid, the eggs and the milk and everything, all the liquid ingredients, and then I'm going to slowly pour in the other ingredients. Smell the vanilla and the almonds so good. So I'm going to put in the cup of xylitol, not sugar, xylitol. A little at a time. Coconut flour, sifted, and a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. And it's sifted. I did sift it. A little at a time. Smells yummy. And I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of melted margarine in it. Put it in slowly. Coming out so nice and creamy. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to spoon in the coconut pieces. Here, coconut flakes. Because it's coconut flour, coconut almond milk, and coconut flakes. Okay, there we go. Spoon that in. This is going to be one of our treats for Christmas. I'm going to do 2 other cakes for Christmas. One a vanilla fruit cake, and I don't use those old-fashioned fruits that they're years and years ago from fruit
The
cake.
candied fruit.
No, I don't use those candy fruits. I think they're very bitter. I use fresh, dried fruits. So we'll have a dark one and we'll have a light one. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. I like that color. It'd be pretty on your walls in Washington. Okay, so this has got good stuff in it. So there's no carbs. This is a no carb cake. So we're going to see how it turns out. We have it at the 350 degrees, and I've oiled a pan, and we'll see how we do. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. And this is what the cake looks like.
Beautiful. Smells heavenly.
When it gets a little cooler, we'll cut it and we'll taste it and we'll let you know how it was. This is the book. Now, there's no carbs in this. There's a lot of eggs, but there's no carbs. And I use xylitol, which is a good sugar, and it retards tooth decay and heals heart infections. So this cake is good for you. Not very many people can say their cakes are good for them. So, enjoy this. Now I have a formula for tofu cream cheese, a little bit of agave or honey, and lemon juice and almond and vanilla in it. Whip it up and you can pour it over as frosting if you want. You can do that. You put about an 1/8 cup of agave or raw honey, and the juice of a juicy lemon, and no seeds please, and a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of almond, and whip it up and then pour it over in the tofu cream cheese. Pour it over your cake, or you can have your cake plain, that's hard to say, like we're going to have. So enjoy. I hope you enjoy this recipe. I hope it turns out okay. God bless.